True Scary Night Stories. I was out hiking one night with my two best friends. We had been planning this hike for months, and we were finally doing it. It was just after sunset, but there was still some light left. The wind picked up, and it sounded like the trees were screaming at us. For a second, a bright light shone through the trees, illuminating the path in front of us. We didn't hesitate. We took off running, making our way towards the light. As we reached the top of the stairs, we heard a noise. It sounded like someone had dropped something heavy. We froze. Then we started to make our way down the dark hallway. We didn't dare look back. We just kept running. We ran as fast as we could, making our way downstairs. We burst out the front door and ran into the forest. We didn't know if anyone was home, but we didn't care. We got in the car and we started driving away as fast as we could. And when I get closer, I realize it's just a figment of my imagination. But then I hear the knock at 3 a.m. And to this day, I still hear the knock at 3 a.m. We just burst through the front door and ran inside. We started making our way down this long, dark trail. The forest was very dense, so even though it wasn't completely dark yet, it was already pretty spooky. There was barely any cell service, so we turned off our phones and just enjoyed the quiet walk. As we got deeper into the woods, the lights started to fade away, and all of a sudden it started raining. Not just a light rain, mind you, but a torrential downpour. In front of us was a mirror, and when we looked into the mirror, we saw a figure standing behind us. It was tall and thin, and it seemed to be made out of darkness. It had no face, but we could see its eyes. They were glowing red. My two friends and I looked at each other. No one said anything. We just started running. We ran as fast as we could through the pouring rain, trying to get as far away from the forest as possible. As we ran, the trees started to close in around us, their branches reaching out like claws trying to grab us. Then, out of nowhere, the rain stopped and the clouds parted, and then we saw it. At the end of the path was a house. It looked like an old Victorian mansion, and it was beautiful. We found a staircase, and we started climbing. At the end of the hallway, we saw a door. We didn't know if we should go in or not, but then we heard the noise again. It was coming from behind that door. We didn't have a choice. We slowly opened the door and stepped inside. It was pitch black, but suddenly the lights turned on. The figure started to approach us, and we turned and ran. We don't know how long we ran for, but eventually we found our way back to the car. We never went back to that house, but sometimes when I'm driving late at night, I think I see the house in the distance.